Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final world building, universe building, what have you, game for this season's Tales from Mauxferry. Today, I have with me the regulars, as you would say, Dave and Amber, but more importantly, have two very special guests. We have John and Chris.
Dave and Amber.
Yeah.
More importantly, John and Chris.
And so we have a full table today. Or as best as we could. We were here in person and digitally, but we'll make it work. But tonight, we're playing The Quiet Year.
And let me tell you all about The Quiet Year.
All right, let's hear it, Amber.
It's a map drawing game, which is going to be really fun for us as we are using Roll20 as our digital playground, if you will. So in The Quiet Year, we are collectively exploring the struggles of a community, trying to rebuild after the collapse of civilization, but insert whatever we need to do for this role building session that we are doing for our game that is going to be played using Beam Saber. We have, like I said, Roll20 as our map, and this game consists of a deck of cards that are broken out into the four suits, and we basically just go through them and player by player draw a card and get to describe. There's usually like a prompt on it. Mm-hmm. You get to choose one of the prompts to do, and there's also stuff that you can do that you can see on your summary cards, where you can. Go ahead, Josh. You're reading it.
Discover something new, hold a discussion, and start a project.
So the big thing about The Quiet Year is it's more kind of about the community and like maybe the thoughts of the community. We don't necessarily have to introduce characters or role play out characters or embody one specific person. It's more just what is happening in the community. Josh, what kind of community are we going to be doing since we're doing this for world building?
Yeah, so I want us to pick up from our last game, The Ground itself. Josh, great, I have to say myself, but the colony Josh had FTL'd into a way better part of the universe or galaxy. They're at prime location of harvesting a planet, and they have prime trade routes. And I want us to pretty much to build this one settlement that's on this planet
that Josh is harvesting.
Yeah. So
okay.
Prior to us recording, Dave put it really well. You could say Josh is like an artificial moon that's over this planet, and so we are going to see one of these settlements. I think it'll be pretty sweet. And so we went from thousands of years with microscope, and we went to tens of years, about 100 years with the ground itself. And tonight we'll be doing about a year. You might be a little bit flexible with how we really interpret it, but it
should be a year.
With The Quiet Year.
Yep. So before we get into drawing the actual cards, we got to do some setup, and one of the first things that we need to figure out is the terrain. So we're going to sketch out the terrain. So we can talk about between ourselves right now, just a brief discussion about what we think the general terrain and habitat of this area is.
I'm going to say rocky and shitty.
So basically we're mining for minerals down here instead of like vegetation?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
Like maybe it's just like a really ore-rich, basically like a dwarf planet.
Mm.
Okay, cool. So that's a good overarching idea of what this terrain is like. So now we get to go around, and each one of us gets to add a detail to the local terrain.
All right.
So when you do, then you get to sketch it out on the Roll20 map.
I can go first. I have something in mind. I think there's a chasm, right? It's like maybe one of the deepest parts of at least what we see. You'll be able to see this map at the end on our Twitter and probably on Geekspective.com.
And Josh is using his finger on a trackpad to draw.
That's right.
Didn't even bring a mouse?
I did bring a mouse. I just thought of that after I clicked the button. So for this first one.
This chasm is looking like a fuzzy worm.
There you go. That fuzzy worm is the chasm. Who's next?
Wow.
I can go.
All right.
It's going to be really shitty.
That's fine.
And I'm going to use a shape for now.
Oh.
All right. Well, all right. Let's pretend there's an A in the middle there. It's supposed to be like a little amoeboid village.
Amoeboids? Amoeboids? The amoeboids?
Amoeboids.
They're like
Sure.
amoeba community or something?
Yeah, like they look like single-celled life forms, but they're giant.
Are they
Oh.
are they sentient? Do they
Guess we'll
or are
find
they?
out.
Well, they have a community, so somewhat, I would say.
All right. Anyway, it's my turn.
All
Enough
right.
of these ameboids. I'm gonna draw a big old cactus. This cactus has a face.
That is a giant cactus.
It's a big cactus.
The world cactus.
Is it? It's like
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's
like multi-story, like hundreds or whatever.
Like
story?
you look up and it does that anime 3-point perspective,
Oh.
like it's a Titan
Yeah.
cactus.
Wow.
Hmm.
With a little smiley face.
You can't see it from the ground.
Okay. Who's next?
I guess it's probably me then, right?
All right, sure.
Sure.
I think there is a dormant, or maybe not dormant, volcano that is up in here.
Whoa.
Mm.
The cactus is as big as this volcano. None of these drawings are to scale. Nice. Looks like a lava cake. I love it.
Love cake.
Literally.
Last but not least, Dave.
Are these specifically natural structures at this point?
No, we got a community village. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, but they're natural.
Are we
I've
sure
no-
about that?
Not only
We are not sure about that. But also, I don't know the rules, so I could have very well broken the rules there.
good. I don't know. Pick me a color that looks good, Josh.
Okay. There you go.
We're gonna make. Let's say down here. What we have here is a refining factory for the crystals.
All right.
Is that?
I don't know.
You looked at me all weird. Like
I looked
I
at
did it
Amber for
wrong.
the rules. I have
What
no
are you
idea.
talking about?
Is a refining factory all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
You could have done anything. You could have been like a broken pool. That's fine.
That's fine.
Eh.
All right. There we go.
Okay, we got our map, we
Yeah.
got our details. So the next thing we need to do is resources. Now, each one of us is going to declare something. Because we're declaring a resource that this community has or this terrain has or whatever, it's important. After we declare each thing, we get to say what's abundant and what's scarce.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because basically just saying this resource out loud means it's important to the community.
Okay.
All right, so does anybody want to go first?
Yeah. I don't know if this is dumb, but
Dumb. It's
I
dumb.
want.
It's dumb.
I'm gonna put an oxygen vent.
Oh, you mean like a natural oxygen thing?
Yeah, like
I
a
see.
natural oxygen gas vent.
Okay,
that,
so-
like
Josh, you writing these down anywhere?
Oh, okay. Here, I'll expand the map or the thing a little bit more and give it for writing.
am I placing that somewhere on the map?
No, you don't. We
No.
just are declaring
Okay.
resources.
Yeah, here I'll put. So pretty much you want
Oxygen.
Oxygen. all
We,
right.
we have an
Yeah.
abundance of that. Is that
No,
what?
It's just a resource.
It
of
is just a
interest.
resource.
It's just we're just doing resource of interest right now.
Okay.
It is a thing that we probably need.
I would assume.
Let's put here oxygen. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Obsidian
Obsidian.
for
Okay.
weapons.
I mean, that makes sense with the volcano.
There's a volcano right there. We use obsidian. They need obsidian for whatever reasons.
Oops.
It's important. They eat it.
Could use it as super scalpels.
I don't know how
because I was like, what? That's why Josh was giving me a weird face because he can't spell it.
I can't spell it. It's like it's wrong. How do I spell
Here.
it then?
O-B
Yeah.
OBSI.
Yeah.
D
Yeah.
I-A-N.
There we go. Yep, that was right.
Oh, hell yeah. Coming in clutch 6th grade spelling bee champion.
Woo! And still undefeated.
That's right.
You never lost a spelling bee after that.
I beat those 6th graders every week.
I could never win a 6th grade spelling bee.
I think a heat source.
Warmth?
Like I think heat or like a high heat source.
Okay.
Something higher than lava.
Well, you said it was maybe a dormant. I don't know. So I'll just say
That's true.
Heat.
heat.
I'm just talking mad shit either way.
Because it
Mad
gets
shit.
cold at night.
All right. Dave or John?
There are vast herds of a flightless bird-like creature that is has extremely sharp claws and an extremely tasty meat.
Not dodos.
No.
But dodos.
Sort
but
of.
not dodos. But not dodos.
Dodos, not dodos.
Dodos, not dodos.
Put flightless bird that are yummy. Oops, I should make that
Flightless
plural.
non-birds. They just sort of look like birds.
Oh, are they actually marsupials?
I was going to say they were cold-blooded, but, you know.
Oh, so reptilian.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds cool.
Except plumper.
Fatty dinosaurs.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, Dave.
Man.
You got rocks, you got air, you got not birds,
You got heat.
and you got heat. Everything you need for a barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. My resource is lightning.
What?
Hella.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what happens to it or why it's important.
That's
maybe
fine.
Maybe there's
a lot
not
of
enough
natural
lightning.
storms.
Well, maybe it's
Maybe-
not enough.
Maybe they're like constant natural storms.
All right.
Maybe they're lightning dinosaurs.
Ooh.
Get some.
That's how they
Thunder
keep warm is
lizards.
Get some Zoid stuff up in here.
camping near the lightning zones.
So, which one of these resources is in abundance? Just one.
Lightning.
Birds.
I was thinking lightning too.
It's just constant lightning.
It's
Very few dinosaurs.
Right.
Very few oxygens.
My heart says lightning.
Sounds like lightning.
Everybody picks cool shit. I'm like,
Okay.
here's something
okay.
terrible. It's like, yes, more of that.
So then now, whoever listed lightning, you get to draw it on the map where this lightning is in abundance at.
So there's like a lightning area? Is
Yeah,
that what
there's
we're saying?
lightning. There has to be a lightning here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you just say where the abundance is at.
Oh, gosh, that's a crazy thing to think about.
Just one area of this map that's just lightning.
Like, I mean, there could be lightning in the chasm. Like underground lightning. That's cool.
Oh my god.
Lightning all over the volcano
No,
or someplace else.
that's great.
That's great. It's right by. It's near the amoeba place.
Yeah, that's how they came to life.
All right, then we each get to go. So let's start with Chris, who did oxygen. Where's oxygen list on the map?
Don't we have to pick something that's scarce, or is the default that everything else is scarce?
As a group, we now choose one of these resources to be in abundance. It gets listed on the index card under abundances, and whoever called it now draws an abundance of this resource on the map. The other resources get listed as scarcities, and the players who called them draw their absence or scarcity on the map somehow.
Yep.
So,
Sorry.
oxygen.
Okay, yeah. The giant cactus produces a lot of oxygen.
Oh, well, sure, of course.
Oh, so now it's
yeah.
sad because it doesn't have any oxygen.
No,
What?
it's
it's
the
very
only place
happy.
where there is oxygen.
Yeah.
I
You'd be
see.
very happy.
I got all
Besides,
the
yeah,
air.
plants don't need
I got
oxygen.
all the air. I got all the air. That's what
Because
it sounds
the
like.
carbon dioxide might be plentiful, and it uses the carbon dioxide and creates oxygen.
We'll see how this cactus feels later.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the oxygen
Oh,
is
okay.
its cactus farts.
And then heat.
Heat.
Oh, it's so cold here.
I'm gonna draw it by not the volcano, but by do I do it by the amoebas or by the
Oh, I see the dodos already being drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do it by the chasm. I don't even know. Is
I'm drawing the obsidian over here.
art.
Yeah.
Obsidian by.
So bad at this.
That's all right. Okay, do we get all of our resources and everything?
Yes, we do.
Well, my dodo is really big. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
That's fine.
I mean, that's why there's so few of them.
Okay.
all right.
All right. So now we can go into play. So each card of the deck, so when you draw a card, it represents a week, and each player will draw a card and get to say. Usually most of the cards have two prompts, one or another prompt, but also on your turn, you could also decide to take an action, like discovering something new, holding a discussion, or starting a project. We've all played this before, so until we get to the point where we want to do one of those actions, I won't read the rules for them. But we've already dropped the word contempt a few times. That is an actual mechanic of this game, where if you ever feel like you weren't consulted or honored in a decision-making process, you can take a piece of contempt and place it in front of you. This is your outlet for expressing disagreement or tension. If someone starts a project that you don't agree with, you don't get to voice your objections or speak out of turn, but instead, you're invited to take a piece of contempt. It's very symbolic for your hate.
Is this where we came up with the take a contempt?
Yes.
Contempt.
I take a
Taking
contempt.
Because
to
it,
survive
I
this.
love the part of that how it is such
There's
a
no mechanical value.
such a pissy thing to do, and it is also so completely like impotent as far as a mechanic.
Yes. Well, then here's another thing. If you ever want to act selfishly to the known detriment of the community, and you have a contempt, you can discard that contempt to justify your behavior. So it's a retaliation token, essentially.
I mean, like, what if I want to act selfishly and I don't have contempt? Can I just like
You can do it, and then all of us will take contempt for you doing it.
Great. I like contempt as just a general like.
Yes.
I think you've made bad choices.
Yeah, I do too. And most often, Josh is the one who makes us all take
Oh
contempt.
gosh, spoiler
Yes.
alert.
Yes. If there's ever a cat that gets entered into this world, it is from Josh, and I take a contempt.
Yeah, so there's already a cat. Its name is Jet.
Contempt.
That's true. There is a cat named Jet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, I guess we can start playing. Who goes first?
All
All right, Josh goes.
Here we go.
He's pooping right
now. Three of Hearts, Spring. Someone new arrives who, or two of the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them? Who came? So I think it is these really buff aliens come up. So they so in modern day we think of like aliens as, you know, big head, big eyes, kind of scrawny. Instead of that, they're very, very buff. They're just jacked.
Like the exact opposite. Like
Exact-
tiny little heads.
No,
Like,
Small
they
little
still,
eyes.
all
No.
roided up.
no, but they do still have a big head, big eyes, but they're just jacked. And they said, "You can call me Spork."
Are they?
No.
Are they gray? Do they look like a
They
little
are gray. Yeah,
Would you-
yeah,
would you
they're
like some
gray.
contempt?
So it
I'm
looks like
ready
a
to take a
traditional
contempt.
gray.
I'm taking a contempt for Spork.
Yeah, me too.
I love this game so much.
And I'm supposed to draw this, right? I'm supposed
Yes.
to draw.
Yes.
You are? Do you have to draw everything?
So sometimes
No.
I don't know that you would need to, but I think you could. But yeah, I think you could just say these newcomers are in the.
Yeah, they. I guess there is multiples or whatever, but the first one's like,
Yeah.
you can call us Sporks.
I was gonna say, are they sporks or are they spork? Because
They
there's a difference.
They are if you looked at multiples of them, they're called Sporks.
They're not called the Sporkin.
No.
Here's clarification for the drawing.
Yes.
If a card asks you a question, think about how whether your answer could be represented on the map somehow.
Got
if
it.
it fits, update the map to reflect this new information.
Yep. So I drew it.
I've already taken my contempt. Now you got to do an action.
I'm going to start a project. I'm going to develop a launch. They want to make it so they can easily launch resources. Pretty much whatever this refinery. I don't even know what's going on there, but a way to easily transport stuff off this planet. So it's going to be like a launch
Space elevator.
Not space elevator would probably be too hard. So it's more of like it's
A
like
roller coaster?
it's like where you can pull up people, or like you can go back and forth and launch yourself upwards.
Yeah, you're making that ship, that pendulum ship.
Yeah, it's like a kind of yeah. So
This is a horrible amusement park.
I guess I can just start a clock.
We already got a mascot.
The sport.
Oh, it's like the cactus, but you know, the spork work too.
How many ticks? Am I supposed to be on that defines this?
No, we all get to talk about it,
Okay.
but like I think it takes a long time, like to build a freaking pendulum swing.
Like I don't even know what the heck you're talking about.
It's
Like
pretty
I was
much-
looking for like a spaceship.
It's like a slingshot into the moon.
It's pretty much Pretty much you can go back and forth, and then sooner or later you get accelerated, and there's like a ramp that keeps on going. You pretty much get slingshotted up into a trajectory
Okay.
that allows you to like
break orbit.
yeah exactly.
Or
Okay.
yeah, get into the
So we can build that, but we don't have any good computers.
No, not break orbit. Just get into the space.
Well, okay.
Chris, we have so many good computers. They just cannot be combined.
No, yeah. There's
bad.
one computer that has the button.
Is it between 1 and 6?
I would say it's 6 weeks.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, we are in the future. We already have pretty advanced technology. I don't know if it has to be 6 weeks.
I'm
Is
fine
that
with
a
6.
buff alien?
That's a buff alien.
It looks like a turkey.
My big buff alien.
Like a gray turkey.
Well, the dodo looks a lot like a turkey, too.
I'll just call it launch facility. There we go.
Okay, yeah,
There
sure.
we go. All right.
Who's next?
Who is next?
Let's go. Yeah, go ahead.
Go, Chris. Here you go. You got the 6 of spring. Are there children in the community? If there are, what is their role in the community? Or how old are the eldest members of the community? What special needs do they have?
Yes, there are children, and they are the tiny little hands that crawl in the machinery and keep everything running.
Oh, getting
We're going-
Snowpiercer here.
We're going full Victorian England.
Mhm.
Gonna lose your
Wow.
hand in the cotton gin, not the cotton gin, the quilting machinery that I can't think of.
A loom?
The loom?
Yes,
yeah.
the loom. Yes, the loom.
Mhm.
The loom takes all the hands.
All right. You going to draw it somewhere?
You gotta draw the loom with the children with
I
sad
will-
faces.
I have no idea how to draw sad children, but I
You
will
can
see
just
what
do
I
a
can
small sad face.
No, just I
love
want
how-
intricate a child with a tear running down his cheek. It's sooty face.
Wow, I love how we've introduced horrible child labor to this
Right
game.
away.
Right away.
Well, I mean, God, you're the one that gave Chris a card about children. I mean, you're lucky it was just childhood labor.
Did we not already establish that all the giant corporations are evil?
Yes,
and
that's
Yeah,
true.
no,
That's
absolutely.
true.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
Absolutely.
right. Oh, he gets to do an action
Yeah.
now.
Okay, so as a project,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to start permanent housing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I'll do that in the middle somewhere.
3?
Yeah, I would think so.
I don't think it's super complex. So yeah. Also, how are we keeping track of them ticking down?
These are clocks, so I can just tick them each turn. But when do we tick the clock? Before or after his actions?
Oh, I think it's at the beginning they tick down.
Okay,
isn't it,
before-
Amber?
Look at the thing. It says
Oh, so yeah. So it's supposed to tick down
after you
and
draw
then-
a card.
after you
Yeah.
draw a card,
but
all
before he
projects,
does.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, John, you want this one?
Sure.
Jack of Hearts. You see a good omen. What is it? Or you see a bad omen. What is it?
I see a good omen. What is it? Or I see a bad omen. What is it? I see a bad omen. The dust from the factory is clouding the sky and making it hard for sunlight to reach the surface. And that is a bad omen as it turns the sky a brutal red. Can't draw that.
Okay. Go ahead and take your action.
Hold a discussion.
Yes. This is the best part
What?
of the whole game.
Well, what do we think about this child labor?
Ooh, that's a good
Child
so-
labor is good for the youths. It is good for the youths. That is how I was raised, and that is how my grandchildren and their grandchildren are gonna die.
What?
You're
Yeah, I
right.
know.
You're breaking up really
Yeah.
weird. That was really
Was it?
weird.
Maybe
Yeah.
I was too loud.
Probably.
But yeah, I was a codger who was saying that if I had to go through that, then these children will too.
Yeah.
Mm.
The children are dying faster than we can make children. We need to stop.
I like working in the factories. I still have one hand left, and I get lots of credits every Friday. I spend the credits on trading cards and bubblegum.
The children shouldn't be working in the factories. They should be instead going spelunking in the caves that which adults cannot fit in.
Great.
We should invent robots. We should have robots with tiny little children hands that could go and do all of this work.
I would like a robot hand.
Amazing.
Nice.
Oh, is it my turn? Okay, I got the 9 of spring. A charismatic young girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. What is it? Who joins her endeavors? Start a project to reflect. Or a charismatic young girl tries to tempt many into sinful or dangerous activity. Why does she do this? How does the community respond? I think it's going to be the first one. A charismatic young girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. The scheme is robots. So I think all...
With tiny little children hands.
Yes, I would like to start a make robots project for mining reasons or for child
Factory work.
maintenance. Yeah, factory maintenance work. And who joins her endeavors? Let's start a engineers guild. So basically, people with engineering interests have started to help this young girl build robots.
So did that card allow you start the project?
Yes, start a project to reflect. I'm pretty sure I get to still do an action though.
Yes.
I think I want to discover something new. I want to discover that there is a bunch of dodo remains. Like a hunting party goes out for the scarcity of dodo, but they find that the nests of the dodos are all destroyed. All the eggs.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm gonna draw that. And that's my discovery. Somebody's eating all the dodo eggs. Crunching them up
Oh,
and
my
spitting
goodness.
them out. They aren't even eating the yolk. The most protein-rich part of an egg.
I need some egg whites for my omelets.
It's like some wolf out there just making egg white, making meringues.
I'm making meringue. Like a dodo meat pie ain't the same without the meringue on it.
All right,
All right.
my turn is done.
All right. I think it's my turn. I've drawn the Ace of Spring. Oh boy. What group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common? Oh boy. Both of those are interesting. I could do something hideous with the family units and like children are taken from their family to work in the factories.
Wow.
Or we could talk about pilots, and I think we'll talk about pilots. So pilots have the highest status in this community. We don't see them very often on this because it is basically a resource planet, but occasionally pilots do come down here, and people on this planet don't necessarily like the pilots because they don't see all the great things that pilots do. They just know that pilots come down here, act like they own the place, and are really dismissive of the way that this planet works and our rustic cacti and amoebas.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, Chris, you get to talk about
Housing.
the housing.
Okay, 100% slums.
Mhm.
Like, we're talking no fire escape, 13 stories tall, like buildings stacked on top of buildings, beside buildings. Like, there's this whole ass planet, and they just shoved all of the houses together.
You get to draw that.
Oh god, you're gonna get a rectangle.
We'll put a whole bunch of rectangles on top of each other, I guess, huh? Yes, Chris is doing that. Dave, what are you doing for your action?
Oh gosh. Think I will start a project, and the project would be genetic modification using genes to regrow the children's hands. So, like, I mean, theoretically, a cactus could regrow limbs,
No.
or we know that amoeba can regrow limbs.
Mm-hmm.
Cactus kids.
So we could. I mean, I'm not even sure. I guess I'll have a few ticks to figure that out. But I'm going to start the project for genetically modifying, regrowing limbs.
Where would you like this at?
Maybe over there by the sporks. Because maybe, I mean, God, maybe Sporks can help us with it. I mean, nothing like asking the jocks for help with the science homework.
That's right. How many ticks? 4?
Sure, sounds good to me.
All right.
Ready for a rules-light, narrative-failing forward collaborative storytelling tabletop role-playing game?
Unsure of where to start?
Powered by the Players is an actual play podcast featuring mini campaigns and one-shots of all your favorite Powered by the Apocalypse games.
Each campaign or one-shot will be a different PBTA game with a rotating cast of diverse players. We've got Masks, a teenage superhero drama.
Bluebeard's Bride, a feminist horror retelling.
Monster of the Week, a supernatural mystery.
Escape from Dino Island, a Jurassic Park-inspired adventure.
Crossroads Carnival, a Depression-era sideshow noir.
The next game you play could be yours. So join Morgan, Kristen, and Diana.
And let's power up.
Follow us on Twitter at PBT Players.
Subscribe on your favorite podcatcher.
I'm gonna draw. I got the 5 of Hearts. There is a disquieting legend about this place. What is it? Or alarming weather patterns destroy something. How and what? Well, it seems appropriate that the ghetto is by this lightning bolt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's literally the highest thing.
And I mean, we've already established there's no fire escapes.
Mm-hmm. Chris, are you done building your building so I can erase part of it?
You can do whatever you want. I will continue at some point. I am drawing more lines.
Sorry, ghetto. Went too high to the sun.
I mean, be sorry for all of our civilians who are living in that.
Should we put like a new scarcity of housing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they lived for a while without it, but now that they've had it, they've got a sweet taste for roofs over their heads.
Oh, I love my slums.
Well, they probably used whatever prefab housing they had to make the mega slum, and then it got burnt down for their hubris.
Right. And I mean, they're probably living in these burned out shells, and people are all packed together in the units that are still viable. Oh yeah.
All right. Trying to think of what to do for my action.
I know it's hard.
I'm going to set up a network. I'm going to start a project. Wireless band network, like a
World Wide Web?
Almost. Shortwave, longwave, I don't remember. But it's a communication network.
Okay.
Is what I'd like to start. So yes, in theory, you could get, if someone's smart enough, to make some kind of rudimentary internet on the planet.
You would need specific internet scanners for that.
I'm never going to live that down this whole season.
Oh God, no.
No, absolutely not.
Every single thing I've
we
listened to.
We will lean into it so hard.
I genuinely don't know if you will. Yeah. It will probably transcend.
Like
other
every
games.
single episode I've listened to, there's something comes up.
You did it to yourself.
I did to myself. All right, Chris. Wapow, Queen of Hearts. What's the most beautiful thing in this area, or what's the most hideous thing in this area?
Okay. I think that there is a hole somewhere on this map that almost looks like it goes directly into the center of the Earth.
Whoa.
But it is some sort of like pulsing biomatter hole. And it is disgusting.
Oh, God.
God. I mean,
You have fun drawing that.
yeah, you draw a pulsing biomatter hole.
Is it a sphincter hole, or is it a...
We don't know. It could be a boil that has been recently lanced. I don't know.
The Metroid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Metroid hole.
I'm going to advance these clocks.
Chris hasn't finished drawing his last thing. How's he gonna? And then he keeps making his things more and more complicated.
It doesn't have to be so.
No, it does.
Oh, okay.
If he's gonna say pulsing biomatter hole, he has to draw it right.
It's going to be purple, and there's going to be a squiggly line in it.
And he's never even drawn the sad children.
They're right there.
Yes, I did. There's a sad face with a cries.
All right, sorry. It's hard for me to see microscopic things.
People are so critical of modern art.
All right, so the launch facility finished, and so yeah, it's this. I don't know what to describe. It's pretty much like a pendulum that after a while you just you get enough energy and you rocket away. Of course, you'll need some kind of propellant or whatever assisted stuff. And you still get to do an action, Chris.
Chris is still drawing.
It truly is the most beautiful thing on this planet.
I was drawing stink holes. Yeah. Because I bet it smells terrible. Okay. As an action, I'm going to start a project to plumb the depths of the hole.
Oh, God. We haven't even invented tiny children robot hands yet.
Is it like a week, 2 weeks?
Well, it's like miles. Like, as far as we can tell, the hole is like miles deep.
Wow.
So it's like we're sending a reconnaissance team, and like people keep coming back dissolved, and we keep sending more people, and so it's a whole process.
So 3 weeks?
4
I was
weeks?
thinking, yeah, do 4. 4 is good.
All right, here you go, John. Boom. 10 of Hearts. There's another community somewhere on the map. Where are they? What sets them apart from you? Or what belief or practice helps to unify your community?
I am thinking we have a belief that unifies our community, and the belief is that that if we work hard enough, we can make this community work and be a safe place for us to live. We may be dramatically wrong.
Dramatically wrong.
I don't know how to represent that on the...
Well, I mean, it is a good belief, and...
Should I just write the belief in down here?
No, you're supposed to...
I mean, I think we can remember it
Yeah.
and, like, come back to it.
So advance a whole bunch of clocks, but nothing finished. So what do you got, John, for your action?
I think that I think we're going to start mining obsidian
Mm-hmm.
and using that in our efforts to explore the giant hole.
How long do you think it's going to take to mine?
Well, it looks like it's pretty surface level obsidian there, right by the volcano. So probably a short clock.
Just needs something sharp enough to cut it.
So like 2
Yeah.
weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah, that sounds good. You just need something sharp enough to cut the biosphincter hole thing.
You guys are putting a lot of labels on that. I just want to put, I didn't put any of those on it.
Okay, let's look at this map. All right. So I got the 4 of spring. What important and basic tools does the community lack? Or where are you storing your food? Why is this a risky place to store things?
None of those are, I mean, yeah.
I'm going to say a bunch of dried corn and it's close to the lightning.
Tried what?
Dried corn, like popcorn.
Oh my god.
God.
You get to draw that.
Well, I'm going to say there is a food storage and it's because they put it near the housing. And it's risky because, well, you just saw what happened to the community with the lightning bolts. I'm going to make some silos. All right. This is where we put our corn.
Well, advance the clocks. Who did the gene grow
Yay!
hands?
We can regrow some hands, y'all.
You get to somehow draw this and tell us what's going on, Dave.
Okay. I think with the probably involuntary help of the amoebas, we were able to genetically modify our one-handed children, or in some cases, no-handed children, into regrowing. Like they bud out little hands, and over the course of, pretty short time, they just regrow. And then, right back into the mines. Because or not the mine, I'm sorry, the factories with the looms, the very, very razor-sharp looms.
Don't make me laugh while I'm trying to draw tiny corn.
I mean, the obsidian-edged looms that, just slice those hands off a lot. It's a real problem. If only we could invent robots with little tiny children hands.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead and
Oh, is it
try
my...
to draw that, Dave. And then
Seriously.
Amber's action.
Oh, I'd like to start a discussion, and the question I am going to ask is, should we consider moving away from the lightning storms and relocating our home and food supply away? All right, there's my discussion question. So I have to go around the table now. Each person gets to say 1 or 2 sentences or whatever to weigh in.
Who do we want to start with?
I think Dave.
Dave?
Well, I've always lived here in the slum tower, and just because half of it's burned and struck up by that lightning, well, that's just part of who I am, and I'm not just gonna pull up stakes and move out just because half of our housing is blackened and charred. And my hair stands up when I walk in my house. I'm not gonna walk away from the life I've built here. I'm staying.
I think we should definitely move. We should move all the facilities as close as possible to the factories and the mines to ensure that we have maximum efficiency.
Do you not see the blood red sky above us?
It's supposed to be only one at a time. To move for maximum efficiency of time utilization of all the workers for all the corpos, of course.
I think we should move off this goddamn hellhole. This storm covers the whole freaking planet. Where are we gonna move to?
The lightning is the blessings of the gods. If we move from the lightning, well, how we know that the gods are shining their love upon us? Plus, that's where our popcorn is.
And then I'll do one too, where it's just like, the soil is so nutrient rich here. This is how we're growing our food and our crops. And who's going to tend to those fields? It's nice to stay close to where we are, where our food is located. What's over there by the volcano? Rocks. Okay, that's my discussion.
Yeah, there you go. Your turn, Dave.
All right. 8 of heart springs. An old piece of machinery is discovered, broken but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? Or, an old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed and dangerous. How does the community destroy it? Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's a good question, because as I understand it, like, the Josh Moon is relatively recent, right? I mean, is that kind of like the world building we've done?
Yeah, it's recent, but I was viewing most of these people here on the planet are from Josh.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, like, something old, an old rusted piece of machinery might not be from us.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so here we are. Okay. Let's tie a couple things together here. Inside the chasm over there is the remains of a starship.
Ooh.
It was obviously here a long time ago. And it is in terrible shape. It is decrepit and like falling apart. And all of the heat that comes out of that chasm is from the nuclear core that is melting down.
Mm. So while Dave is drawing his nuclear symbol, mining Obsidian completes. What's that all look like, John?
Oh, we have Obsidian tools now.
Yeah.
And they are amazingly sharp and somewhat brittle, but they are the sharpest thing on our planet. Sharper than we've been able to manufacture to this point.
Nice. Go ahead and draw that and then delete that clock, or I can later. Amber. Robots are complete.
Beep, burp, beep, burp, beep, burp. They are perfectly cool.
What do they do?
They have made it so that children no longer have to work in the mines or in the machinery. They have tiny little robo hands.
Don't put
Easily.
me in the biomass pit.
What, the children?
Yeah.
No. Children are now free to come to the robots engineering school for children, and learn how they're making robots.
Don't make me go to school. Put me back in the factories, please. I can just regrow hands now.
The robots look very tube-like. They're very slender and they kind of like telescope. They're telescoping robots.
Huh.
Kind of think about like that grabber for
Yeah.
old people. That's what they are.
Mhm.
They're just like, but they're robots.
Yeah.
And they have interchangeable hands that go in and go, and then they come out, and it'll be like a syringe or
A whisk or
spanner
a chainsaw. Yeah.
or a whip. I don't know what for pleasing themselves. Sorry. Okay.
Go ahead and draw that robot.
Oh yeah, where's the road?
It'll be south of the factory a little bit.
Okay, south of the factory, we got robos.
Dave, you could do your action still.
In work in progress.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, what I would like to do, and I don't know if this is a clock or discover something new, but I think the sleeper genes in the children with amoeba genes have been turned on.
Oh.
Wait, what?
The children were gene edited with amoeba genes, but the amoeba genes were taken without consent from the amoebas, and so the genetic material has turned on essentially, and now the children with regrown hands are now loyal to the amoebas instead of the people on the planet.
This is what you discover something new?
That's my discovery. Yes.
Yeah. So should we put like a heart between these two?
Yeah.
Let's do that. I got the King of Spring. A young boy starts digging in the ground and discovers something unexpected.
God, there's nothing good in this ground, you guys.
Or an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done? No, it's going to be discover something unexpected. What is it? What they discover is not by this heap of whatever. I'm just going to say, sure, we'll say it's under the raptors, underneath these cracked eggs. They find some kind of memory unit that they cannot access properly.
A jump drive?
Something like that.
A floppy disk?
I was thinking almost like a server. It's probably like the size of...
It's a worm.
It's a laser disc.
Almost like I think it's like a cube.
Oh. It could have been a more fun shape, like a pill.
Okay, pill.
Spiral.
I'm down for pill shape.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because Josh can draw a square.
I was going to be like a bugle.
A bugle?
Like the
like
snack or
snack.
the snack or the horn.
Oh, it looks like a rocking chair in this memory unit.
Yes. Like a very...
Like to power it up to get the memory, you have to rock in it.
It looks like a gingerbread house.
Okay.
It is very complicated with lots of trim work and various colors.
And lacy details.
Advances the clocks. Chris, what does plumbing the depths of this whatever, what comes of it?
So we find out that the planet we're on is actually something living.
Oh,
It's
get
an
out, get out,
organic-
get out, get out.
It's an organic being built around like a big asteroid, like multiple miles across sized core of pure crystal, whatever crystals. It's just like
because those are the crystals we mine.
Yeah, it's just like raw crystal with this giant biomass that's grown over it, and the tunnel is like, it's almost like an open sore. Like the whatever is around the crystal is sick.
Obsidian tools.
In the middle, there's a crystal or whatever, and this organic being is pretty much around it.
Has grown around it, yeah.
And then there's like crust on top of this organic being, or we're just on its.
The crust is basically its skin.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But you have to go like a mile or like several miles down before you get into the gooey center.
Right. I don't know how you want to kind of draw a little bit more of that.
Yeah, go for it, Chris.
Yeah.
Then in that case, what the hell is that volcano?
That's what I was wondering too.
It's the anus.
It's the anus. That's why smoke comes out of it sometimes, bro.
So I don't know. I mean, the crust could be like several miles. It could be like 5 miles.
Yeah,
so that there's actual room for like a volcano and stuff like that.
Oh god. Wow. Well, we can discover that later. Go ahead and add a little bit more to your
do something.
Yeah.
But I think that's interesting because like we've established that those crystals are like very dense energy, and that's why they're valuable to like the Empire or whatever. And so, what we're mining is probably just the flecks that are around the outside on the crust.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's a whole core of that stuff. We just have to kill this giant like soupy thing,
Giant soupy thing.
or get the hell out of here.
Well, now I don't. I was going to start a project. Now I'm unsure because of this discovery.
Chris has changed some things.
Dude, is that too much?
No, it's good. It's fine. I have no expectations, so it's just it's like it's new to me.
It's very anime.
I think we need a really big energy source. Like we're gonna need some Mondo energy for something because of this. So I propose we make some kind of power plant. That sounds like 6 weeks, right?
I don't think so. I mean, we have all the workforce and stuff. Like, is it really going to be 6 weeks when we have tireless robots and hive-minded amoeboids?
Mm-hmm. Well, they care more for the amoeboids.
Yeah,
than for us.
the amoeboys, as we call them, are I don't like people anymore.
Yeah.
They are basically the amoebas robots.
Gross. But yeah, we still have a bunch of robots like working 24/7. I don't know how long that is really going to take.
Thoughts from anyone else? Or go ahead.
I think like 4 weeks.
Yeah, because we also have an engineers guild apparently.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. All right. Here's your card, Chris. 7 of Spring. Where does everyone sleep? Who is unhappy with this arrangement and why? Or what natural predators roam this area? Are you safe?
I think that there are Thunderhawks, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like huge, like, I mean, we're talking like 40, 50-foot wingspan.
Oh my god.
And they mostly eat the dodos, but they will swoop down and pick up anything they can get their little giant claws on.
Mm-hmm. Little giant, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they basically just ride the thunderstorm all around.
Nice. Go ahead and draw that. While I advance these clocks. Oh my god, the network. Where's the network finishes? Commence the downloading. And then, transfer that data to your other device to watch the thing you downloaded. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. We've got a downloading scanner that then transfers to, then depending on the file type, it's either the audio player or the video player or the Smellotron.
The Smellotron? Oh god. You can download smells?
I mean, are you going to limit yourself in that way?
No, but I don't think I want someone to be like, hey, here's the smell.
Hey, smell this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a jump scare video equivalent of smells.
You're like, god damn it, Steve. You still have an action as well, Chris.
I would like to start a project to initiate communication with the amoebas. Non-violent and or aggressive communication, preferably. Figure out their language or something.
Amoeba diplomacy.
Yeah. They've stolen our children. We should probably talk to them, I guess.
That's right. Is this 3 weeks?
That sounds good.
All right. And last one of Spring, John. 2 of Spring. There's a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? Or there's a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it? Why is it abandoned?
Well, I think there's a large body of water that is yellow because of the unknown chemicals in the water. And it's probably to the southeast corner of the map because that's completely empty.
All right. Make it so.
It's possibly sulfuric.
Make a pea puddle.
I'll advance these clocks while you're drawing that. All right. So go ahead, John, and what's your action?
Well, since the amoebas seem to have taken a hostile action towards us by taking over our children, I think we should also open up communications with the muscle aliens to see if we can draw a bridge there.
How long do you think that's going to take?
Well, it's probably also going to take 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I mean, yeah. At least the sporks already can communicate that they are the sporks.
Yep. They can communicate a fair amount. All right. And with that, we're going to take a break and then come back and take on 3 more seasons. See y'all in a little bit.
Lightning round. Quit drawing shit. Just talk about it.
Thank you for listening. Join us again in 2 weeks for the second half of The Quiet Year. In the meantime, check out some of the other great shows on our network at Geekspective.com. If you enjoyed what you heard, give us a follow on Twitter at Tails_Mauxferry or at Geekspective. You can also give me a follow at EvilDMJosh. Finally, if you like what you heard, give us a review on your podcast player of choice and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Geekspective if you feel so inclined. And with that, this is Josh Long signing out.